Title: What is climate change? Introduction. Climate change has become one of the most pressing issues of our time. It refers to long-term shifts in temperature patterns, precipitation levels, and other aspects of Earth's climate system. The scientific consensus is clear. Human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, are significantly contributing to the acceleration of climate change. In this article, we will delve into the definition of climate change, its causes, impacts, and potential solutions, highlighting the urgent need for collective action to mitigate its effects. Understanding climate change. 1.1. Greenhouse effect. To comprehend climate change, it is essential to understand the greenhouse effect. Certain gases in the Earth's atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, CH4, and nitrous oxide, N2O, trap heat from the sun, creating a natural warming effect. This phenomenon allows Earth to maintain a habitable temperature range. However, human activities have significantly increased the concentration of these greenhouse gases, intensifying the greenhouse effect and leading to global warming. 1.2. Global warming and climate change. Global warming refers to the long-term increase in Earth's average surface temperature. It is a consequence of the enhanced greenhouse effect caused by human activities. Climate change, on the other hand, encompasses broader shifts in climate patterns, including changes in temperature, precipitation, wind patterns, and extreme weather events. Global warming is a contributing factor to climate change, but the term encompasses a wider range of interconnected phenomena. Causes of climate change. 2.1. Fossil fuel emissions. The burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas, releases significant amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These emissions primarily result from industrial processes, transportation, and electricity generation. The combustion of fossil fuels accounts for the majority of human-induced greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to the rapid acceleration of climate change. 2.2. Deforestation and land use changes. Deforestation, particularly in tropical regions, contributes to climate change. Trees absorb CO2 and act as carbon sinks, helping to regulate the balance of greenhouse gases. When forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, or urbanization, the stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere. Additionally, changes in land use, such as urban expansion and agricultural practices, can further exacerbate climate change by altering natural carbon cycles and increasing greenhouse gas emissions. 2.3. Industrial processes and waste management. Various industrial processes, including cement production, chemical manufacturing, and waste incineration, release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Additionally, improper waste management practices, such as the decomposition of organic waste in landfills, produce significant amounts of methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Reducing emissions from industrial processes and improving waste management are crucial steps in mitigating climate change. Impacts of climate change. 3.1. Rising temperatures. The increase in global average temperatures has far-reaching consequences. Rising temperatures lead to heat waves, exacerbate drought conditions, and contribute to the melting of polar ice caps and glacier. These changes result in rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities, and increasing the frequency, and severity of coastal flooding. 3.2. Changes in precipitation patterns. Climate change affects precipitation patterns, resulting in more frequent and intense rainfall events, as well as longer and more severe droughts in certain regions. These changes can lead to water scarcity, crop failures, disruptions in ecosystems, and increased risks of wildfires. 3.3. Extreme weather events. Climate change amplifies the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, including hurricanes, cyclones, floods, and wildfires. These events can have devastating impacts on communities, causing loss of life, displacement, and significant damage to infrastructure, agriculture, and ecosystems. 3.4. Ecosystem disruption and biodiversity loss. Climate change disrupts ecosystems and threatens biodiversity. Rising temperatures and changing precipitation patterns can alter habitats, affecting the migratory patterns, breeding cycles, and distribution of species. It increases the risk of species extinction, leading to imbalances in ecosystems and potential ecological collapse. Mitigation and adaptation strategies. 4.1. Transition to renewable energy. One of the most effective ways to mitigate climate change is to transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources. Increasing the use of solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal energy can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote sustainable development. Additionally, improving energy efficiency in buildings, transportation, and industry can further contribute to emissions reductions. 4.2. Forest conservation and reforestation. Preserving existing forests and undertaking large-scale reforestation efforts play a vital role in mitigating climate change. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. Protecting and restoring forests not only helps to sequester carbon, but also supports biodiversity, protects watersheds, and provides livelihoods for local communities. 4.3. Sustainable agriculture and land management. Implementing sustainable agricultural practices, such as organic farming, agroforestry, and precision irrigation, can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, enhances soil health, and promote food security. Additionally, adopting responsible land management practices, such as reducing deforestation and implementing sustainable land use planning, can help mitigate climate change by preserving carbon sinks and promoting ecosystem resilience. 4.4. International cooperation and policy measures. Addressing climate change requires global cooperation and the implementation of effective policy measures. International agreements, such as the Paris Agreement, aim to limit global warming and facilitate adaptation efforts. Governments need to set ambitious emissions reduction targets, implement carbon pricing mechanisms, and support renewable energy research and development. Collaboration between governments, businesses, and individuals is crucial for achieving meaningful progress in mitigating climate change. The role of individuals, while systemic changes and international cooperation are essential, individual actions also play a significant role in combating climate change. Every person can contribute by adopting sustainable practices in their daily lives. These include reducing energy consumption, using public transportation or carpooling, recycling and reducing waste, eating a plant-based diet, and supporting green initiatives and businesses. Individual choices, when combined, have the potential to create a significant collective impact. Conclusion: climate change is not a distant threat, but a pressing reality that demands immediate attention and action. It is driven by human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, and poses grave challenges to the environment, ecosystems, and human societies. The impacts of climate change, including rising temperatures, altered precipitation patterns, and increased frequency of extreme weather events, are already being felt across the globe. Mitigating climate change requires a multifaceted approach that encompasses transitioning to renewable energy sources, preserving forests, adopting sustainable practices in agriculture and land management, and implementing effective policies at national and international levels. Furthermore, individual choices and actions can contribute to collective efforts in combating climate change. The urgency of addressing climate change cannot be overstated. The window of opportunity to limit its most severe impacts is closing rapidly. By embracing sustainable practices, supporting renewable energy, and advocating for ambitious climate policies, we can strive to protect our planet, preserve biodiversity, and create a sustainable future for generations to come. It is a shared responsibility that requires the collaboration of individuals, communities, businesses, and governments worldwide. Together, we can make a difference and work towards a more resilient and sustainable world.